We're talking about how my son is possibly being groomed by his teacher, and I wanted to expand on a couple of things. It's not just that this teacher took my son out to eat in his personal vehicle after school hours and didn't ask permission. He also told my son if he didn't start eating with him in his room during lunch, that he would be removed from the play. He told my son after we reported this that he would apologize to my son if he would start eating with him again in his classroom. So there is some quid pro quo going on. And the biggest thing for me is how my son is reacting to all this. Something about this situation is upsetting my son deeply. He felt unsafe, and for me, that's enough reason for the school to investigate it, instead of blowing him off, threatening him, and actively punishing him. If the school stays silent on this, they're complicit. This first clip is him talking to my son in class, in front of all the other students.
Rather than messaging me on my phone. You have my fucking email and my cell phone number. Stop being a child.
So let's get this straight. Since you're too cowardly to stay on the phone with me, but you were brave enough to call me and start this, let me tell you how this goes.
And that was the start of a 1.5-minute ranting voicemail that happened when this teacher called us back, me and my mom. And we only had this guy's phone number because he had given it to my son, my minor son. A lot of that recording has my son's name. It has names of other teachers in it, so I cannot share the whole thing.
Longer welcome to be part of this production, and he will be removed out of the 6-hour class.
Through most of the voicemail, he's attacking us, thinking that we're calling him because Charlie didn't get a certain role in this school play that this choir teacher is directing. That was not why we were calling him. We were calling him to know why our minor son was in his personal vehicle and went to Panera Bread with him, and then he brought them home without ever getting our permission. But he hung up on us, he called back, and that's what he thought, and he threatens my son with being removed from the play.
The reason I told you to grow a brain is because on what planet do you think that was appropriate for you to call?
So we took that full voicemail and we took the recordings that my son made, a video that my son made, some text messages between the two of them to the principal's office. The principal called my son into his office yesterday and said, "You are removed from the school play and don't ever record a teacher without their permission or their knowledge again." So I think the bigger issue here is that a grown man is taking a minor child in his personal vehicle, and the school has nothing to say about that. Now, one small update. I did hear back from the superintendent and they let me know that they're investigating it. So we'll see how things go. But I just want to say it should not be this difficult for any parent to confront someone that they are concerned about, especially if it concerns grooming, coercion, or quid pro quo. And if a student comes forward and is punished by the school, my son asked the principal, he said, "Why am I being punished for this?" Then you're preventing students from getting help in the future.